system in human beings. Okay, so you need to understand that nervous system, human being, we have a special system of coordination. Yes or no? So that special system is called the nervous system. So this nervous system in human beings, we are divided into three main divisions. Okay, so you all can see here CNS. It is known as central nervous system. Okay, the second one is PNS, peripheral nervous system, and the third one is ANS, autonomous nervous system. Okay, so in CNS, under CNS we have the brain and the spinal cord. Okay, brain and the spinal cord comes under central nervous system. Then under PNS, or the peripheral nervous system, they also divided into two groups. Okay, here we are going to start here about the nerves that arises from the brain and the spinal cord. The nerves that arises from the brain, they are known as cranial nerve, and the nerves that arises from the spinal cord, they are known as the spinal nerves. So we are going to study about the cranial nerves and the spinal nerves. And the third one you can see is the autonomous nervous system. Here we are going to study about the sympathetic system and the parasympathetic system. Okay, so today's class we are just going to talk about CNS, the central nervous system. So as I told you all, under that we are going to study about the brain and the spinal cord. So today's class we are going to discuss about it. Okay, so here you can see CNS. Okay, CNS has brain, special organ, that is the brain, and the spinal cord. Okay, this brain and the spinal cord, they are enclosed or they are covered by protective layers, three protective layers or sheets of connective tissue called meninges. Please remember, they are protected. These two organs, your brain and the spinal cord, they are well covered, enclosed by a protective layer. Okay, those are known as meninges. Okay, so they are three-layered membrane. Yes or no? So you can see, it is the first layer. It is known as the dura mater. Okay, so it is the outermost tough protective layer, which is made up of fibrous tissues. Then arachnoid, it is the middle layer. Okay, and the last one, the third one, is the pia mater. They are very, very thin elastic tissues. Okay, and they are made up of vascular layers, okay, vascular tissues. Okay, so these are the three layers that makes up the meninges. Okay, and these meninges, they protect your brain and your spinal cord. Okay, so you can see there are three layers. All these three layers, okay, there are spaces in between. So those spaces, they are filled with a special watery fluid, which is known as cerebrospinal fluid. Okay, and these cerebrospinal fluid, they act as a cushion for the brain and the spinal cord, and also protects it from the external shocks and all. Okay, so they are filled with cerebrospinal fluid, both brain and spinal cord, and they are this cerebrospinal fluid. They act as a cushion and protects the brain from shocks and also injuries. Okay, and along with that, we should remember that this brain and the spinal cord, they are made up of gray matter and white matter. As you all know, the nervous system, they are made up of neurons. Okay, you need to know that. You know, the brain, spinal cord, and the nerves, they are made up of nerve cells, which are known as neurons. Okay, so these brain and the spinal cord also, they are made up of neurons. Okay, so the structure of the neuron, okay, identifies or gives you the gray matter or the white matter. So if you see the brain, the outer, okay, they are made up of gray matter. So gray matter, it is made up of the cytochrome of the neuron, please remember. And inner portion of the brain, it is made up of white matter. Okay, so this white matter is made up of axon. bundle of axons of the neuron. Remember that. Okay. And spinal cord, just the opposite. Spinal cord, inside, inner one, they are made up of grey matter, and the outer, they are made up of white matter. Hope you have understood about this. Now, today's class, we are just going to touch this CNS, Central Nervous System. Okay. So, first we are going to take the brain. Okay, brain, they have three major parts. Please remember, they have three major parts. Okay, the forebrain, midbrain, and the hindbrain. Okay, so under this also, first we are going to begin with the forebrain. So forebrain, it has three parts that we are going to discuss. Three main regions of the brain under forebrain are olfactory lobes, cerebrum, and diencephalon. Okay, now have a look. What is olfactory lobe? Where is it present? Please have a look. Okay, these olfactory lobes, okay, they are small. They are a pair of small club-shaped bodies, okay, which are completely covered inside the cerebrum. Okay, and this is the center of smell. Okay, so olfactory lobes perceives or it is the site of sensation of smell. Please remember that. Okay, then second one is the cerebrum. Okay, cerebrum, it is the main part of the forebrain. Please remember. Okay, it is the largest and the most prominent part of the brain. Okay, so it is this cerebrum is divided into two halves, the right and the left. Okay, it is divided into two hemispheres, the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere. Okay, cerebral hemisphere, it is called as cerebral hemisphere. This two hemispheres, they are connected together by a nerve fiber, thick band of nerve fibers called the corpus callosum. Please remember, all these terms is very, very important. Okay, and this corpus callosum, main function of it is to transfer information from the right hemisphere to the left hemisphere, cerebral hemisphere. Okay, these hemisphere is hollow internally. Brain, if you see, okay, they are hollow internally, and the outer region externally, they have many grooves and ridges like structure. Okay, so brain, the outer is known as the cortex, the inner portion they are known as the medulla. So the outer region, the cortex region, they have lots of combinations there, ridges and grooves. Okay, it is associated with the degree of intelligence. Please remember that. Okay, so it is the site of intelligence also. The more combinations, no, it denotes the degree of intelligence. Then the inner region of the cerebrum consists of the white matter, which is made up of axon. The outer, the cortex, they are made up of grey matter. Okay, and the inner parts of the brain, they are made up of white matter, which is made up of axon. Then function of the cerebrum. What does it do? It is a degree, shows the degree of intelligence. Obviously, the site of reasoning, thinking, planning out. Okay, so all the mental activities are controlled by the cerebrum. Please remember that. Okay, so the cerebrum governs the mental abilities like thinking, reasoning, learning, memorizing, willpower, emotions, speech, and all. They are all controlled by the cerebrum. Okay, along with that, it also controls the feelings of love, admiration, hatred, and all. Okay, so it's all controlled by the cerebrum. Okay. It is the center of subconscious mind and it is located in the cerebrum. Okay, so this is also known as subconscious mind. It's the center of subconscious mind. it consists of special glands, the pineal gland, pituitary gland, thalamus and the hypothalamus. Okay. Functions. It contains reflex centers for muscular and glandular activities. It is also the center of emotion, thirst and hunger. Please remember that. It also helps in controlling your body temperature, which is known as thermoregulation, and water-salt balance in a body, which is known as osmoregulation. Okay, so all these functioning, it is controlled by the Dancy-Fenner. Okay, then comes your midbrain. So you have a look what is which parts are the midbrain here. Okay, so midbrain. It is a thick wall structure and constitutes a comparatively small portion of the brain. Okay, the midbrain, or it is also known as mesencephalon. Okay, it connects the anterior region to the posterior region of your brain. Okay, so this connects the anterior portion with the posterior portion of the brain. The last one is the hindbrain or the hindbrain, you can call them. Okay, so we have the cerebellum, pons and the medulla oblongata. So cerebellum, it is known as the little brain. Okay, it is situated at the dorsal end of your hindbrain. It has no convolution like the cerebrum here. Okay, but it has forums only, forums. It has, same thing here, it has the outer cortex and the inner medulla, which is made of the outer cortex, it is made up of grey matter, and the inner section is made up of the white matter. Okay, and main thing you need to remember is its function. It helps in the body balance and controlling muscular activities. Okay, so these are the main function of cerebellum. Then comes the pons. Okay, it connects the cerebrum to the cerebellum. Please remember that. Okay. Then comes it also connects your forebrain to your spinal cord also. And the last one is your medulla oblongata. This medulla oblongata is the third part of your brain. Okay, third part of your hindbrain. It is the lowermost part of the brain, located at the base of your skull. Okay, function. It controls all the cardiac activities, your activities related with your hearts, respiratory activities. Okay, activities like swallowing, sneezing, coughing, vomiting, and all the involuntary functioning of your body, like your heartbeat, swallowing, breathing, and all. Involuntary actions are the actions that cannot be controlled by your will. No, muscular activities that can be controlled by your will, but your heartbeat, breathing, swallowing and all, can you control it? No. So they are involuntary actions. Okay, so these are all controlled by your medulla oblongata. Okay, then now we have completed with the brain. Now comes your spinal cord. The second part is the spinal cord. Okay. So here's the spinal cord, you can see. A spinal cord, as you all can see, is a long cord which arises from the medulla oblongata and it runs to the vertebral column, your backbone. No? It passes through the neural canal, the canal in between is known as the neural canal of the vertebral column. Okay, it is protected as like the brain, it is also protected by the meninges. It is filled with cerebrospinal fluid. Okay, and it is also made up of grey matter and white matter, but it is just the opposite. Okay, just as brain, the outer was the grey matter, outer it was made by grey matter, and inner one white matter. But in spinal cord, it is just the opposite. The inner region, they are made up of grey matter, and the outer, they are made up of white matter. Okay, so as you can see, on each side of the spinal cord, there are two horns-like structure, the dorsal horn and the ventral horns. Okay, the nerves joined to the dorsal horns, it picks up sensation from various organs, and they are called as sensory nerves. Okay, and it takes it to the spinal cord. Then from the spinal cord there are another horn like structure, the ventral horn. Okay, or the root. Okay, it arises as a motor nerve which takes messages from the spinal cord to the organs that is connected with it. Okay, and you should know the function of it. No, so the spinal cord conducts all the reflex actions below your neck region. Okay, it also conducts sensory impulses from your skin muscles to your brain, and it also conducts motor responses from your brain to the muscles of your trunks and your limbs. So this is what about the central nervous system. Hope you have understood. No? Next class we are going to discuss about the peripheral nervous system and the autonomous nervous system. Thank you so much.